I have a confession to make. Yellow's my least favorite color. There it is. Okay. Glad we got that out of the way. Today we are going to be starting out level 1 strong with this building right here. Or collection of buildings, if you will. So things are going to start kind of making a little bit more sense now that I'm starting to actually kind of build level 1 here, but let's take a look at what's going on. For those of you who don't know, this is a huge game that I'm making called Journey, and this is going to be the first level. There's going to be a bunch of levels around here. This is number 1, and basically it's taking up this whole area out here. You can kind of see where the wall is and is going to be. And so the first step is this building right here. And we talked a little bit about this last episode. If you guys want to hear about how this game actually works, go ahead and watch that last episode. That's going to explain everything. But here we are. Let me talk about this building a little bit. Okay, so this is called the Forum. And the Forum in ancient Rome is kind of like a big gathering place. There was one in Pompeii. There's one in Rome, a really big one. It's kind of like a market / public area where people can hold trials and they do like speeches and important events and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the main sort of hub of a Roman city, which I figured was pretty fitting because this is going to be the main hub of level 1. So what we're going to do here is each of these little lecterns, they're kind of sprinkled throughout the forum here, are going to have different challenges and quests on. And so let's do a little tour here. The challenges and the quests, like we talked about last episode, you'll have to kind of work your way through, getting through the level. What you'll do is you'll come over here, you'll read about a quest or a challenge. You might be able to pick up a little item that goes with it or something like that. And then you get to go out into the level and explore, figure out where your challenge is, and then do it. And they're going to be like little games and mini games and challenges and stuff going on kind of throughout the level out here. And then once you get enough coins, you're going to be able to do these challenges here. So you'll have to pay to do them, basically. But these 3 are going to be the relic quests, and these are the ones where you go and you have to get the actual relic, which you will be turning in at the end of the level to get your reward and the key to the next level. Along the side here, just a couple buildings. This, try to make it sort of feel like a little bit of a busy kind of town setting in here. In here, we've got like some bookshelves, just like a little area. We've got some stuff going on along the sides. I kind of just decorated this out with like some pots and paintings and stuff. But it also kind of goes up and around, and there's like some little spaces up over here and kind of on the back side. There's gonna be a challenge out here, and we come over here, got a little bit more. This brings us back down into the main area where there's more quests dotted around, challenges, sorry. There's also this little balcony up here, and this is gonna let you kind of come up, look out over the city, which right now is just a big mishmash of random blocks placed everywhere, but don't worry, we will be getting to that very soon. And if we come in here, we go up this ladder, there are a couple more challenges up here for people to check out. So that's the idea behind the forum. This one is this build is pretty much done. I'm gonna keep adding a few little things here and there, but now it's time to get going on the actual city. But I don't think that's what I'm gonna be doing today, actually. You might remember me having some issues last episode with the little system that's going on over there at the bank. And if you don't remember, this is the bank over here. We did a little bit of work on kind of cleaning up the interior, making things look nice. We got both of the ATM systems working on both sides, and started working on the storage deposit system over here, which ended up being, quite the ordeal. And so I wasn't able to finish it up. But what I did was I have gone through, and it is actually working now. So if we pop down here real quick in the free cam, I just want to show you guys. So basically everything that was a water stream down here on the input lines is now rails. I mean, there were items getting stuck in the water streams and stuff, and so this just makes it more consistent. It's always going to be the exact same speed. It's always going to end up here at the same time to be able to get distributed back to the player. So that's the idea there. It is working correctly right now, actually, but I have one more thing to actually add in here that's going to kind of spruce this up, and it's going to make it a lot better. I'm going to put a song that goes along with it, made out of note blocks, and you're gonna want to hear it. It's a pretty good one. Okay, it's a pretty good song. So you're gonna want to hear that song. But right now, instead of working on that, I actually have something else I need to do that's gonna help me out big time with all of this stuff. So, you know, everything in here, all the things I've built, everything you see here, you know, all this smooth quartz and all these, you know, smooth sandstone blocks and everything that might need to go into a smelter has been smelted using those two furnaces right there. So, I need a little upgrade. I'm gonna get myself set up with a little super smelter real quick. I am going to be using a tutorial, and I'll link that in the description. Let's head back over to the base real quick, because that's where I'm going to be building this thing. And I'll show you guys what I'm thinking. I haven't decided on a fuel source just yet, maybe later in the video, but I am going to build the super smelter right around here somewhere. And it's going to be in a perfect spot. Oh, I've also been using these a little bit too. So let's go ahead and jump in here and build this thing, and I'll be right back and we can check it out. And I will make a decision on what fuel I'm going to use. I've created a bamboo farm. But that's not really the point, okay? Obviously, I said I was going to make a super smelter, and here it is. This is a design by Vasix on YouTube. 32 furnaces down there, and distributing the fuel and everything else. But the real prowess is up here. I didn't want to do one of those like big, you know, you guys have seen it. I've done the flying machine bamboo farms. And I just thought I'd do something a little bit different. I made this one up. I didn't need it to be like super crazy fast, but I just needed to be able to kind of consistently get bamboo for me. Because once this thing kind of gets filled up, it'll be real easy to smelt a bunch of items. I did a little bit of math with this farm and with the amount of bamboo that's going to be kind of in here and how fast this cart goes through here. I did a little bit of math, and it's going to be 16 stacks at a time is going to be the maximum amount that it can smelt. Because by the time it gets through 16 stacks, this minecart won't be able to keep up with fueling the furnaces with bamboo to be able to do that. But I think that's fine. I don't think I'm really ever going to need to be smelting more than 16 stacks at a time. And if I am, all I have to do is just smelt the 16 stacks, wait for this minecart to refill all these hoppers again, and then we can go back again. Probably only take like 5 or 10 minutes. But now that I've got that in, I have another idea that I want to explore here. And I think I want to take extra, because like, you know, this thing's gonna fill up. I'm gonna get all these chests filled up with bamboo. Right now there's, oh, I don't know, a stack or so in each furnace. Yeah, something like that. But eventually it's gonna be filled all the way through all these chests. Once they get all the way filled up, I think it would be good to have a little bit of a wood farm too out of this. And then whatever's left over can be crafted into bamboo planks, and I can use that for my wood supply for crafting things and whatnot. But I gotta be honest, I don't think that's happening today. I don't think that's happening in this episode. Maybe the next one. What we need to do now is head back over to Journey, because I gotta put that song in, and we gotta get this bank functioning and ready to go. While we kind of walk over here, I do want to say I am hoping very, very soon to be able to have level 1 open and functioning. I'm gonna try to grind out as much as I can in the coming weeks and months to get this thing ready to go. A lot of building. I gotta plan things out, and I got to, and then I have to make it functional too, you know, because it's gonna be a game. So, a lot of work to do, but we're getting close. Okay, so here we are, 54,327 note blocks, 160 note blocks. Guys, I think it's ready. We gotta do one more test. We gotta do one more final test, but I think everything down here is ready. All right, so here's the deal. This whole thing down here, all these shenanigans with the mine carts and all that, from when the player puts his or her item in, and it goes all the way through, comes back up, that takes about 40 seconds. And that is a long time to ask somebody to stand there and wait for a shulker box. So, I did the only thing I could to redeem myself. If you think you know what song is going on in the background here, there's 3 layers of it. Wait, hold on. Oh. 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers. There you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. No more. If you think you know what song it is, put it in the comments section before you listen. But, in the meantime, I'm going to make sure we are all set up for one final test of this system. So the idea, while I fly back up here, is that the player will be able to put their items in the system. The song will go off, and the song is going to indicate how long they need to wait. We might have to have a little bit of a delay in the start of the song, otherwise the song's gonna go and it's gonna take a little bit longer for everything to kind of get up here. Okay, I've got my key. Here's the other problem. right, is like I can only really show you guys this once. I'm only going to show you once because the song is a famous song. Some of you might know. If you know, you know. If you don't, you have probably made some really good life choices, and I commend you for that. The song could potentially come with some copyright issues, so we're only going to play it once. We'll just do this side. Let's do this side, okay? Here we go. Shulker box in. Key in. Begin. I'm not even going to look. Okay. I don't hear the song. What? Oh, wait. Wait. It's here. Wait, it's here. It worked. What? How is that? Okay, it worked, but the song didn't go off. Why didn't the song go off? Here we go. Here we go. Whoa. Don't want that connecting. Problem solved. The good news is, that side worked. So I think we're in good shape as far as that goes. Ow. So this side works. We're going to try it with this side, and now hopefully with the music as well. Trying it again. This is the maiden voyage of the Journey Bank system that people will probably not use because it takes too long. But they might because the song's cool. Ready? Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Woo! Yeah! Alright. If you know, you know. One issue is that the key somehow shot itself back into the system. Wait, wait, wait. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. Really patient. American patience. Yes! Okay, I don't... Listen. Okay. I don't really know why, but sometimes, occasionally, the key will get shot back into the system somehow. I think it goes into this hopper up here. It does, actually. I know that's where it goes. But if you just wait for like another 30 seconds, it comes back, okay? And it doesn't happen all the time. Like, this is 1 in 5, 10 times, you know? Like, it doesn't happen every time. I can put a little note here, just like, hey, stand right here, and if the key gets shot back into that, you know, or... You know what might help that too is if I make that whole full block right there. Okay. Anyways, it's working. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Whoa, I'll deal with that later. The only thing left to do now is name a bunch of keys and put the shulker boxes and the corresponding keys into the system, and then we should be good to go. That shouldn't take me too long. I'll do that. That way, you know, whoever puts their thing in, whatever, will get the one that they are supposed to get. In the meantime, let's go back and try out that super smelter. I've given it a little bit of time. Super smelter. Let's get some sand that I have in this random chest down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6 stacks. That's a pretty good test, yeah? 6 stacks. Oh, by the way, I do want to show you guys. Yeah, I've been letting this thing run a little bit, and we've got at least a stack and a little extra in here. Ooh. Let's get those out of there. I don't know how that happened. Actually, I do. If I do 6 stacks, let's think about this, right? If I do 6 stacks... And we got 32 furnaces. I got 6 times 2 amounts of items that each furnace will need to smelt. So 12 items. And if it's like 2.5 items per bamboo, that's 30. Yeah, we should be good. It'll be able to handle it. All right. Once the whole thing's all filled up with bamboo and everything, like it'll go much smoother. Like we can do up to 16 stacks. But this is just a tester for the video. Show you guys that it does indeed work. I hope. This is my first time trying it. So. Here we go. 6 stacks going in. Let's watch them all go on. I mean, you can already see we got... Look at this. Look at how fast this stuff is coming in. Woo! Almost a stack and a half already. That's like, I don't know, 30 seconds. All right, so we got our 4 stacks in here. Just waiting on a couple more to come through here. Boom. And that's it. That took about 2.5 minutes for 6 stacks. I think that'll do. I think that will do. Long story short, everything I work makes. Everything that I work. Everything that I make works. Okay? If there's anything that you've taken out of this video, that should be it. Ooh, I think that should be the title, actually. Everything I make works. Yes. Bang! It's time for me to call it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the machinery shenanigans that we had going on today. And the little build over there in Journey that we started. We are making progress on level 1. Making progress. Like I said, I got some big plans coming up. In the meantime, take care, have some fun. And I'll see y'all next time.